morning, my name is Conrad from Warpix.
Right, and I'm his colleague Werner, also from Warpix.
Okay.
Guitarist.
Okay, I love both your guys' guitars. Is singing, bass, anything with just guitars?
Just guitars.
Real instruments.
Yeah.
Real instruments.
Yeah. We're musicians.
Okay. Real. Some drummers, bassists, singers like that. They're just support.
Everyone in the band is a drummer. Except
So rhythm, lead, or you guys
Rhythm. We're in the process of alternating, so there are some parts that we think.
So he does the cooler ones.
Oh, he does that.
All written,
That's funny. So before the band, what was your guys' musical background before it kind of like became you?
Okay, so I mean it's been quite a long journey. I've been listening to metal for over 40 years. It's my passion. I don't really know any other music since I was 9. I've been listening to early 80s, late 70s bands. And that's kind of progressed. From there we went into the fresh era in the 90s, death metal scene, etc. Still continue to do that. So it's always been metal for me.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's interesting that like, we come from the same age group, so in the mid-90s here about here, cities in Joburg and Harrisburg and Pretoria where we played in our own respective bands, little did we know that we'll meet up, after so many decades, and form brand new bands. So it's quite cool, so we understand the mechanics of being in a band. But yeah, from my side as well. Various stuff that I could get back to stay there for more than 8 years. But that was also the inspiration of taking up the guitar.
So you guys were in like bands way before you started doing serious band. Is there any like media on this band at all, or just like lost to time?
Well, mine is pretty much lost in time, before color television and all that.
Yeah, we've got a recording on, we've got one or two tracks recorded on what's called the New Breed compilation. So like a metal pop compilation.
Like Type of Negative.
That was, that's different bands, that was not a compilation. We were the death band, one of the death bands. So you can still find that on YouTube. That was called Morpho. But then, that was sort of like my only real serious metal band. Currently playing in the blues rock bands as well. So, variety of stuff, but Warpix is the best band.
Okay, I love that. How did Warpix come together back?
So the story of Warpix is an interesting one. So where it came from is myself and some colleagues, mates, some who live overseas, were all trying to get tickets to go to the last Black Sabbath big week in Birmingham. And we spent 4 days trying to get tickets. And on the 4th day I was number 105,000 for a stadium that seats 40,000. So I knew this wasn't going to happen. And I kind of went, we're going to put together a tribute band and we're going to play a Black Sabbath tribute gig on the night that Black Sabbath did their final gig, which was the 5th of July. And that's exactly what we did. Played our first gig. I got hold of all of these guys who I've sort of communicated with over a period of time. This was my plan when I was in there. They were all in. And we did that gig on the 5th of July. It was fantastic. Only to realize there's a lot more legs left in Warpix. I was planning to do one gig and move on to another tribute, so that didn't pan out like that. And we're still doing this and we love it. And every time we play, being a tribute band, we try not to note for note cover Black Sabbath music. We play tribute and homage to the great Black Sabbath. And we put our twist to it. And we've just found it keeps getting better and better. And obviously our metal influence comes into that. We've got other guys who are younger than us in the band who bring their own influences from their genres of metal and whatever the case might be. So Warpix is still here and we're still going strong. It's like we've got a bit of a run still in it, so we're grateful for that.
Expanding the catalogue as well.
Yes.
So you guys in like a foreign country
we were here, yes. And in Belito specifically.
Yeah, it was quite surreal to play on the night. You know it's happening. It's almost a time zone almost.
Yeah, I mean, people were at that point able to get tickets to watch it online.
So the name of the band, what is this?
Okay, so you know the name War Pigs is obviously a tribute to the great Sabbath song War Pigs. I mean, every song that we play in our set list is older than we are. And I mean the oldest one being Black Sabbath, the song itself, which was written in 1968. Even before, 2 months before the band became Black Sabbath. So the song was written when the band was still Earth. But yes, the name War Pigs obviously has a lot to do with the warmongering nations of the world and the military-industrial complexes and all the things that we try not to support. It's a great song. It has great lyrics. It's timeless. It means as much today, if not more, than what it did when it was written. So War Pigs is a great name.
But it's a fucking great song.
It's a great art. And we open with that song.
And we will close with that as well.
Yeah.
Because it's usually the encore. And
exactly.
It just gets heavier and heavier.
Yeah. And literally, from the very first chord, people pay attention. Because, you know, just the way we've sort of tributed it has kind of worked.
It is kind of freaky if you look at the clips while we play it.
Yeah.
We zone out completely. We transform back into, you know, Birmingham and fucking becoming Black Sabbath sort of like in your mind, which is a cool feeling.
We're all very, very passionate musicians. So you see everyone, each one just kind of off to the races on their own mission. It's fantastic to see. Now we do some very nice little harmonies at the end of War Pigs and Iron Man, where we try and get next to each other and you know, just rock out a bit. It's generally quite well received. We're happy with that.
So in terms of being a tribute band, if you could describe your guys' band sound pretty much, what would those words be?
The influences.
Well, just like if you could describe your band in 3 words.
Heavy. Alive. Passionate.
Sure. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better.
That's what it is.
Makes us feel alive. I mean, the music makes us feel alive, you know. It literally takes us 2 days to come down after a gig like that, you know. Exactly, and the thing is, then Monday rolls around and it's like off to work and it's like, jeepers, can we not rather just do that, you know? Which is incredible. But music will never change. I mean, you spend all your money on equipment and you make... I mean, we've only been paid for 1 gig.
I think so, yeah. Not even sure.
I think we also tend to forget to ask for payment.
Yeah.
But anyway, but everyone's chuffed. I mean, we played a gig where we each made 211 Rand and 75 cents. And you know how stoked we were. It was our first money from
That's about
gigging.
like 1/5 of your water.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're okay with that.
And it doesn't contribute at all to the cost of the equipment, so we just drink it. So, exactly.
You touched on this a little bit, but what exactly is War Pigs' mission? What is your guys' message to the world?
So, you know, the message for the world is the same as the song originally presented. But we try not to fixate too much on the message for the simple reason that for us the message is Black Sabbath more than War Pigs. Because for us, music is an escape from everything that War Pigs stands for. It's an escape from the politics, it's an escape from everything we have to encounter in everyday life. So when we get together to rehearse or play a gig, for that period in time, we are just having as much fun as we possibly can. And the fact that we can be in our 50s and still have that much fun, that's what the message is. You know, anyone can do it. You're never too young, you're never too old. My daughter is now playing, you know, and it's nice. We see some inspired youngsters coming up. And the message is that. love the music, play the music. The music itself is timeless. It'll be around forever. We're playing songs from the 60s. And, you know, we hope that in 50 years' time, someone is still picking up this mantle and doing what we now do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think about it, metal is an honest genre. It is in your face. There's no hidden messages. Except maybe backward masking here and there. But there's no hidden messages. It is what it is. And the main aim is, you know, to feel good. That is how simple it is, actually, is to listen to that and you release that negative.
Serotonin and endorphins and all the happy things, you know.
Yeah. So no politics, no hidden messages. Don't read anything into anything. Come enjoy the shows. Have a bash.
Have a bash.
While you're alive. Tomorrow you die, have a beer.
Well, that's exactly it.
Exactly. Cheers. Have a beer.
So, do these two conflate? Well, I'm sure they do. What's your favorite genre to play and to listen to?
You start.
Well, obviously there is no feeling like being on stage, firstly. So I'm blessed to be part of a heavy metal band again. There is no real other better feeling than that, to get that high of a solo or drum, double bass drum in your ears while people are freaking out in front of you. I mean, I just love it. So in that sense, I mean, that is as heavy as the feeling I can get is on stage. In saying that, you know, I still listen to heavier stuff than that, but it's all in the eye of the beholder. I mean, if you listen to Iron Man at full volume, you know, what is heavier than that? Not much. So, you know, listen to the Slayers. We're all Slayer fans. Morbid Angel, I mentioned them. Deicide, the heavy stuff. And I mean, I love it. But then you get like a Black Sabbath, the song.
Timeless.
And it's just like, it boggles the mind. If you think about it, like you say, late 60s. That's the time of Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix. But that's how timeless this is.
It was before the Summer of Love.
Dude.
Can you believe it?
So that's just proof is in the pudding. So for me, you know, I listen to all the heavy stuff. In saying that, I'm a guitarist as well. So Jeff Satriani, Steve Vai, I'm big fans of those acts as well. He's incredible. So that's in essence me, brother.
Yeah, you know, I think you've summed it up very nicely there, you know, and I have to agree with you. So for me, the heaviest in-person experience is being on a stage with like-minded musicians that share the vision. Because really, it takes you away. It takes you away. But also when it comes to listening time, I sit down. My passion is more extreme. Werner had mentioned the extreme bands. I'm a big Slayer fan.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, but you know, just bands like Behemoth, various. So for me, when I sit down and listen, I like the extreme side of metal. It kind of soothes me, you know. But yeah, definitely being on stage with a group of like-minded guys and just thrashing to your capacity is just awesome, man. That works.
So playing the same kind of music that she listens to, it's like you get a completely different like feel for it.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and listening to music is one thing, but then taking even a song that you've been listening to for decades and actually sitting down and figuring the progression of the song and playing it and going, holy crap, that makes so much more sense now.
In fact, studying,
you know? Yeah, exactly. So, and that's sort of where I am now, where very late in my musical journey, I decided to start working on a bit of theory, figure out why things happen the way they do. Because when I was young, anyway, I just wanted to play metal. And I'll figure it out as I go along. So many
people my age have that same mentality.
But that's exactly it, you know. So yeah. But then yeah, you get also, I mean, Werner is a virtuoso. He plays brilliant blues, plays brilliant jazz, he plays brilliant rock. He's good like that. I mean, you can give him a box guitar and he's off to the races.
But you shouldn't.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. No, but you shouldn't.
Please don't go.
Also, don't give him Black Label and a box guitar. But anyway. But yeah, for me, it's more, although I have some acoustic guitars in my arsenal, nylon and steel strings, they're lovely to pick with, but, you know, metal, when you plug a guitar in and you've got the right amount of sustain and you can just make that instrument communicate, you know, and just tell your story. To me, that's what it's all about. And being able to do that to people is, you know, or for people, that's the winner.
Yeah, and getting back to, you know, war pigs specifically, you will feel, or you will see the progression as we go with each show. How the rhythm changes, or how the solo parts changes. It's just as if we get to grips with
It
you know,
evolves.
what it is. Yeah.
Yes, it evolves.
And it gets, you know, I can hear, when I can't hear you, I can't really play. Because what I hear the inspiration of you freaking out on a rhythm section, it just boosts my level up. And it's like a feeding of each other thing.
And that is, so I mean, that's why when we do harmonies and that, we try and get together. Like, you know, we play wireless when we go on stage, which is nice because it gives us a bit of freedom. And then we always make sure there's certain parts where we get together so we can just really thrash out and have a ball. You know?
Moments, yeah.
And even the other guys in the band know that, so they reposition themselves so that we can so that we can do our thing. But yeah, it's our passion, it's our love. You know, it's something we hope we can do for a long time still to come.
So even like, you guys have been in bands before war things, so I'm assuming you have a lot of experience in that. What are some key things that you like to tell musicians, coming up musicians, like what are some things that they would have to do to become successful or big in case of
Practice.
Practice is one. Yeah.
Practice is one, you know, but also kind of find a groove. You know, it's all good and well to go out and try and touch on everything that you encounter, but sort of find your niche, find your groove, develop your own style and your own sound, and just practice, you know.
Yeah, you know that, and don't think too much of the audience. Think more about yourself and your group and what you're trying to accomplish. You will get there faster. You will produce a better show. People will feed off you enjoying it, and it will automatically engage the crowd into enjoying it as well better. If you see a band, even if they're good, man, and they don't convince you that they're having a good time, it just drops the mood.
Yeah, and there really is nothing more boring in the world to witness than a band that stands there, generates no energy, feeds nothing to the crowd. You know, it's not. Remember why you're standing on that stage. Primarily because you love what you do.
That's exactly my point. And the fact is, if, like I said, if it's your passion right there, you don't have to practice that. You don't have to practice your stage performance.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
an automatic reaction.
Yeah, it's like instinctual.
Is that, and that's the human factor. You know, screw AI, all that shit. People want flesh and blood and spirit, and that's what they will see. That's what we want as humans.
100%.
That's the story, man.
What's your favorite song off the top of your head?
Favorite song?
Right now, off the top of your head.
Slayer, Dead Skin Mask.
Oh man, South of Heaven, Slayer, yeah.
And your favorite petrol station vibe?
Shiptech, definitely.
Shiptech?
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
Right up on the hill here, because the stuff's all like proper, and you know you're not going to die.
Oh, I'll clap a steak and kitty there by Tiffany's. Thank you very much.
What's your favorite thing about the O3 scene? Like, what's something you really enjoy about it?
About that?
The O3 scene is just a capital 12 case of that.
What do you think?
The what scene?
The O3 scene is like the...
Sorry, yeah.
Come on, we've been... There were no dial tones when he was born. Dial code.
Still use this, like,
When like dinosaurs were still around.
Yeah, exactly.
we wrote them.
Look, there's some really, really good talent. You know, specifically, there's some standout bands that I'm seeing in the O3. Definitely bands like Homo Sapien stand out to me. Thegoroth stand out to me. You know, I saw their first gig at the Polo, and just to see how far they came when they played Wave 2 of the Metal Tsunami here. I mean, those to me are two really, really good standout guys. I also have to shout out to Chuck Bowden, our local boy. He has a band called Sons of Hurricane, who are also really, really doing good things. Also very passionate about the music. We'll chat a bit more about Chuck just now. But yeah, those guys stand out to me because it shows you that there is some severe talent going on. And, you know, if you look at guys like John the Butcher from Figueroa, I mean, he's a black metal fanatic, and he stays that course. Whether people like it or not, he doesn't care. He plays it because he loves it, and that's what the music's about.
He's a tall guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the front man. Yeah, he's a decent guy.
No, he lives the life. I mean, he's
Yeah, he lives the life.
into that. So yeah, for me, Conrad pulled me to Westville Warehouse a while ago. It was a couple of bands that played there. I was pretty much blown away. It was unbelievable, man. What's the CD you gave it, or in the car, the death metal band?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, but I mean, it's international quality. You know, listening to some of the drummers.
Well, Bryn is a
There
prime
we go.
example.
And
He's
you
a
can't-
fantastic drummer.
Can't deny he's one of the best. And
But he's a brilliant multi-instrumentalist, period. You know,
you know, Chuck's drummer, who plays for, is it My03?
yeah, plays for 9 Refrain. 9 Refrain also stand out, man. You know, Jason's a great guy. I like what the guys are doing there. And when you sit down and have a chat to someone like Jason, he's a lot deeper than just the music. You know, he has some brilliant ideas that I think he will bring to fruition in the future. So, you know, things like that, it's great. People are thinking, people are playing music, people are playing heavy music, and people are doing what they love. So it's beautiful to be able to see that in the O3, because that's what it's about, eh? You know, I mean, our main mission for the North Coast is a resurgence in metal specifically. And it's great to be able to gig now in places like Durban. We're going to be playing Westville Warehouse for the Burn reunion on the 6th of December. Yeah, which is going to be awesome. So that's going to be a nice one. And then obviously we're playing at the Belito Metal Tsunami main festival on the 13th of December. But it's beautiful. It's all happening, you know, and that's what it's about. Eh? It's just nice to see. So if we are able to inspire and motivate the young guys to come through the ranks, step away from some of the crap that's out there and listen to metal. Support your local bands.
you see, so my opinion of that is, you know, metal never disappeared. It was always there, but you can't see it because there's no outlet for the kids. If you provide that space or that platform, they will show their face, and you will know that there actually is a following.
It's alive.
Just you can't see it when they're sitting in their bedrooms and listening on their headphones.
Exactly.
So, in essence, I mean, we've got these little pods now in Durban, now in Belito, and why not do it in Richards Bay, or why not do it in Hillcrest, or you know, get these spots everywhere and see the people come out of the woodwork.
Oh, I wish there was more replication of Chris. Oh, muscle, that would be amazing.
We're working on something, so maybe not necessarily for Hillcrest, but you know, just in general, you know, the more we connect, and that's a big thing. You know, the networking has been great, and obviously with being able to do organization and specifically the bands for the Metal Tsunami Festival, I've been able to network with a whole whack of musicians, which is great because everyone interconnects, and you introduce people to each other, and it works beautifully. You realize, again, like Werner said, the people are there. Just got to get them out of the woodwork, and you've got to get them back onto the stage. I'm amazed at how many inactive bands are in KZN.
Yeah, how's that? Unbelievable.
That has surprised me. So, you know, again, if we can motivate these guys to get back up and running, that'll be fantastic. Eh?
You see, what I also appreciate is the idea of not necessarily creating a specific venue, a metal venue, but you see places like Dropkicks.
Yeah.
Who's, in fact, if you look at that place from the street, you'll think, no, this is definitely zero metal going on in this place. Until you do the walk and you get to the back and you see what's happening. Same with, I think, Westville Warehouse back in the day, most probably was something else. So you can do the same, you can sort of like do a share with places in Hillcrest. There's many live venues there. my other band Rebound, we play there quite often at a couple of venues. So it's just a matter of somebody taking the initiative and get metal nights at least going.
So insane to see. It's insane to see so many like bedroom guitarists who just like jump out their own, get on stage, and they're like fanatics. Like Levi is the vocalist for My03.
Yes,
I
he's brilliant.
I was blown away. Like I don't understand why people don't talk about them enough. Like first of all, the rhythm is insane.
Yeah,
like, a lot
absolutely.
of deathcore, like get behind, but they keep moves so well and they make it epic because
100%.
it's like it's
Exactly. I mean, we have 9 Refrain playing at Wave 3 in 2 weeks' time here on the 15th. Yeah, and very excited about that. Because I know they're going to bring it. You know, it's as simple as that. So, but you know, you hop on that, the bedroom guitarists. The reality is, anyone can write music in their bedroom now. The quality of equipment and the way in which tech has progressed allows people to write entire albums. I mean, I've networked with bands. Before I even met them, they'd sent me their whole Spotify lists, and I was like, what? You know, and exactly, and it's like, and the guys literally just sit writing music. Whereas for me, and even for Werner, it's completely different, you know. For us, it's rehearsals, and it's hit the stage, and people get to know you from there, you know. It's the traditional way of presenting your
Going back
craft.
to the human factor, and you know, I've got a YouTube channel with a shitload of songs on there, which it doesn't really, it gives you that high on the moment, and then it's done. It's pretty much it's a desperate cry just to play guitar, for me. Until you know I had this opportunity to share the stage with these legends, and then you realize I don't need to upload anything. I need to be on the stage. That's where it's at. So that's my whole focus is there now. And in fact, I don't think you're losing touch with, you know, doing difficult stuff. You're becoming a better guitarist because you're interacting physically with people. And there's no better teacher than that, you know, for your craft.
Definitely. And just practice, man. You know, I didn't play for so long because got married, had kids, got into corporates, went through a whole cycle of life and popped out the other end, and I'm like, hey, wow, the whole world has moved on musically. So, you know, and I was able to rediscover equipment. And I mean, just the quality of stuff today is just unbelievable. So that's been fantastic. You know, it's nice to be able to do that and to enjoy what technology has made available to us today.
True.
If you had $2 million to spend on the scene, what would you guys spend it on?
Well, I would make a phone call to the United States of America, get a hold of a fellow by the name of Kerry King, and say, listen, chap, I know you guys have got your own problems and all that, but here's some bucks. Can you guys get together and come play a gig around the pool here in Belito? We'll appreciate that. It's money well spent.
And I'll pay $2 million to be at that concert. No, honestly, I think, you know, that's actually not that much money if you think about it. But I mean, you can properly advertise and market events with that money, I would think. That is the biggest drawback for proper marketing. Everybody can jump on Facebook, but it's actually also the physical posters you see on lampposts.
No, indeed. You know, I think to add to that as well, you know, for us being a bit more mature now, etc., we've been through that whole cycle of, I wanted to play music, I need a guitar. If I want a guitar, I need to get a job. Okay? Now I have to work 5 or 7 or 6 days a week. I can eventually afford to buy my guitar and then an amp. Maybe I'm good at my job, I get promoted, you know, and you end up going through this whole cycle. It's a mission. And eventually you've got money but no time. Whereas before you had lots of time but no money, you know. So we kind of at the point now where we make time more available, you know, But I mean, if I look at the younger guys, the struggle is real, and it will continue like that. So it would be nice to be able to take that money and use it in some form of a development program. Ironically, something I chatted briefly with Jason from My03 about, that we want to look at in the future, and help people get their hands or access to instruments or whatever the case might be, you know. So it would be a good investment for that kind of a money, but that's only if I couldn't get hold of Kerry King.
You will. I know you will.
Have you guys ever toured other than German?
Yeah, we've literally only had 3 gigs.
Yeah.
So it's early days. You know, as Conrad said, it was supposed to be a project once off. But the feedback after the first gig was actually such a motivation to carry on. And like I also said earlier, we actually, you know, as early as this week, we will be expanding our catalogue of Black Sabbath songs. You know, we will ideally get to a stage where you can do a freaking 4-hour Sabbath show.
Yeah, which is nice, because then you can take it to the next level. Yes. You could put it on as a spectacle, you know, and it becomes sort of an event, a theatrical, you know, so that would be good as well. We wouldn't mind doing something like that.
Some grab of the $2 million for that.
Maybe Kerry will play, you never know, so we'll see.
I'll give him a call after this.
What's a venue that you'd be like super excited to play out or tour at?
Sure. I've seen some clips of Cape Town. We've got those mates of us there.
Abaddon.
And, you know, they sent us a clip there of some, I don't know what that venue is, bro, but
Proper.
it looks proper. So I'm pretty not sure there's venues that I don't even know about. But locally, you know, we're going to do Westfield Warehouse now.
Yes.
So that's going to be a big one. For the simple reason that is Jamie Fasaki, who's always done Burn Reunion. The guy's a legend. I had breakfast with him 2 weeks ago just to catch up. He's doing the main sound for our festival in December. And I just know it's going to be a hit. I mean, that's what Jamie touches turns to gold. He's brilliant like that. So we're very excited to be playing Burn Reunion. We think it's going to be very well attended. The sound, etc., is going to be top notch. So we're very excited for that. And then obviously, 1 week after that, playing at the Metal Tsunami Festival. There's already a couple of bands that have come through there. We'll have the balance after the third wave. But I think that's also going to be a great event. So we're excited about that one. And that's on the big stage here at La Montagne. So that's going to be very nice.
So in essence, I mean, it's the venue, you know, if you, not to get too philosophical, but the venue is as good as the crowd that rocks up there. So you can't get much better than the venue that we're currently hosting our stuff at La Montagne. It's a theatre. It's musically just perfect for the acoustics, etc. But then might get a smaller venue where it's packed and full of energy. That's the venue where I want to play.
Yeah, Dropkicks was like that. I mean, we thoroughly enjoyed that. I remember walking in there with my stuff and I'm like, where do we set up? Because it was just tables and chairs. I'm like, but you know, once the guys moved the space and they've done their thing and set it up, and it was like, hey, this is really cool. So yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed that gig.
So yeah, bring the crowd. We play on the grass. That would be my favorite venue. Exactly.
Well, we played the week before last at a place there's no stage. We kind of marketed invisible lines for this. We're going to set up over here. And also, I mean, we had Hein Abbott, who does a brilliant one-man show.
He actually performs right here.
Yeah. And we had Sons of Hurricane, and we had War Pigs, and we're all very well connected. And man, we had such a joy on that tiny little corner that we carved out there. So
the bonfire going. So
it's a big fire pit. So yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed that.
We wanted to cover Jump in the Fire, but we said, what have repercussions.
Oh, come on. Jump in the fire.
No, don't please.
What's your guys' favorite song to play?
Sure. I have to say War Pigs.
Yeah, that's the one that comes to mind, isn't it? I mean, just the pure interaction between Conrad and I, really enjoy that. But then you also get
Children
Sweet
of the
Leaf, for
Grave,
instance,
Sweet Leaf.
where our drummer Karen is magic.
No, he's insane. He's brilliant.
He straps on that song specifically. It's just like always get goosies. Like what? As with the intro of our bassist with NIB,
yes.
when he does the whole bass
Feely.
intro.
Feely, he's such a legend.
I mean, it's pros, and it's like you're standing next to them. How cool is that?
So we actually have a problem because like we'll start practicing or rehearsing and then you finish the first song, you go, fuck, how heavy is that? That's got to be our heaviest song. And you play the next song, you finish it, you go, fuck, how heavy is that? That's our heaviest song. And then we kind of do that 10 times. Because, you know, we make them heavier by default because of our background. So
yeah, there's two guitars. I mean, by default, you're going to get that.
absolutely, yeah.
Heavier
You have two metal
background feel.
guitarists doing a Sabbath tribute. It's going to be good. So
would you say, if someone were to be interested in getting to know you guys as a band, would you say War Pigs is the song to listen to understand you guys' vibe and your feeling?
I do think so.
Yeah, I think that's an accurate description, yeah.
You know, again, because from the first opening note, the opening salvo, you know exactly what you can expect for the rest of the set.
Yeah.
You know, there's no subliminal build-up or ups and downs. From the opening note, you know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah,
And
no
then-
bullshit there.
Yeah,
Like,
and then we do that for as long as we can.
Straightforward. So, I don't know if this is a bit far-fetched, but if you guys had to write an album, ignoring the practicalities of it and like the expenses, what's the perfect creative flow and environment for you guys to be able to do?
well, so time
Probably
be of essence, of course.
creative environment. The pub.
Yeah, most probably, yeah. Well, or in your little studio or my little studio, or who else has got something set up?
Heinz got a nice little setup.
It's got one. But I think we haven't got to that stage yet because it's still Black Sabbath only. And if we were to stick with the theme of Black Sabbath, it's going to be a doomy kind of vibe.
Yes.
You can't jump in with.
Well, they are the kings
speed
of doom,
metal.
so exactly. Yeah.
I haven't got to that stage. It's a good question, but I don't think we can answer that right away.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
To be confirmed.
If there's going to be a original, we might move into another direction with that.
Yeah. So, you know, in reality, we have, jeepers, more than one project on the go. Werner and I have a project called Snavel, which we want to, at some point, get off the ground. It's the big beaked doctors from the Middle Ages. Then, you know, we all kind of jam around with all different kinds of people there. Heinz got some good ideas, Chuck's got some good ideas. So the problem right now is that there's too many ideas and too little time. You know, we all work. Some are professional musicians, you know, and it's just, where do you find the time? That's the issue.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've never seen a metal brother like this. Well, I mean, I've got my old days. I've seen, you know, my previous band. That was long forgotten until I met Conrad again right here when my other band played, and he wore a Slayer shirt, and within minutes, you know, locked up, and I knew, no, this is a man for the cause. That's an absolute factor.
But you see, also that's why it's important. If you're a metalhead, it's important to fly the flag, and that's what I do. When I go out, I wear a metal shirt, so people can identify me as a metalhead, because that's what I am. You know, I think Jason has a little brand that says it nicely from Nine Refrain, everyday metalhead. You know, and that's what it is to me. You know, and if people don't like that, shove it. It's not my problem. You know, I'm here to fly the flag. I'm not here to impress someone who cannot be impressed by anything.
Your decision that day to wear that shirt caused what?
Well, exactly. you know.
In essence.
And it was great because, yeah, and that's how I met Hein and Chuck and etc. You know, all the legends. So definitely.
Any last words for people?
Play your guitar
And your drums and your bass.
and your drums and your bass.
Get yourself a microphone like this because it's fluffy and cute. And but
Name it
seriously,
Cedric.
man,
Cedric.
just come to the shows. Come support Warpigs.
Come and support Warpigs.
You won't be disappointed, honestly.
Westville Warehouse, 6th of December.
13.
Belito Metal Tsunami. Tickets are available online at our website, belitometaltsunami.com. They're dirt cheap. You're going to get to watch 7 bands for that. That'll be
price
on the
of a burger.
13th of December. Yeah, for literally the price of a burger. So play your guitar.
Alright, thanks. I'm Josh from Panda. This has been the interview with Black Sabbath tribute band Warpigs. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, man.